Hello guys, I'm Ibagast, and welcome to my under $5 series. Guys, I don't get paid to do this one. This is just me going into Steam and finding things under $5. I will go onto Origin, I will go to EB Games, because I'm in Australia. I will go anywhere. If I can find a game under $5 that I think is worth putting on here, it's worth putting on here. Small disclaimer on this one too. By the time you see this, unfortunately, the deal on this one will be finished. But this was on Steam, and let's have a look at it, guys. I played this when it first came out on probably about 2 computers ago, so that was a fair while ago, and I could only play it in very low resolution, and I have a feeling this one might have caused me to upgrade my computer. But now, with the computers that are out there now, this thing plays really, really easy. So I'm just going to show you a little bit of gameplay on it, just so you can see. It's got a really great backstory. This is the Ultimate Edition as well, so it has Origins and Awakening on it. So if you've never played these, but maybe you've played Dragon Age Inquisition, this is the good one. Inquisition was great, don't get me wrong. This is the one that started it all, and it is an awesome game. It is an awesome game, but I'm going to stop talking. Well, I'm not going to stop talking, but let's have a look at this game. Loading screens. I'm not going to read these things out to you guys. You guys can pause and do whatever. This is just a loading screen. Story behind this one is
the
phenomenal.
Chantry teaches us that it is the hubris of men which brought the Darkspawn into our world. The mages had sought to usurp heaven, but instead they destroyed it. They were cast out, twisted and cursed by their own corruption. They returned as monsters, the first of the Darkspawn. They became a blight upon the lands, unstoppable and relentless. The Dwarven kingdoms were the first to fall, and from the deep roads, the Darkspawn drove at us again and again, until finally we neared annihilation. The Grey Wardens came. Men and women from every race, warriors and mages, barbarians and kings. The Grey Wardens sacrificed everything to stem the tide of darkness, and prevailed. It has been 4 centuries since that victory, and we have kept our vigil. We have watched and waited for the Darkspawn to return. But those who once called us heroes have forgotten. We are few now, and our warnings have been ignored for too long. For I have seen with my own eyes what lies on the horizon. Maker, help us all.
Okay, so you've got full customization on this. Male, female. You've got 3 races. We'll stick with a human, stick with a fighter, and the only human trait is a noble for that one. If you look at the other ones, let's say an elf. So an elf can be a magi. Look, these won't make a lot of sense to you right now unless you've actually played the game, but we'll just go with a basic class for this one. Male. Hang on. Male. That. Aha, that's better. Right.
Greetings.
You can do face, so you can make them look like yourself. If you tend to leave the name down here, then the name will be used throughout the game. Otherwise, yeah, if it doesn't know the name, then it's a little difficult. But you've got different faces, all that sort of stuff. All that sort of stuff's there for those who love that. Character customization. You've got 5 points to spend. So obviously, fighter. We're going to do dexterity, cunning, a bit of constitution, a little bit more strength that way. And then you've got your special abilities. Now these come in use in combat quite often. So you've got your combat tactics, all that sort of stuff. Each one has a different one. So we're just going to go expert combat training for that one. And for the warrior, these are his special attacks. So we can do dual wielding. I've got 2 there. And we might do dual strike for that one. I like a dual wielding. Difficulty normal. This is all pretty standard sort of stuff. Oh, I didn't press OK. Every character has a different backstory. Every character you use, every type of character I should say, has a different story. So you're not seeing the same thing over and over again. There are, for every character and every different race and whatnot, there are different
For generations, your family, the Kuzlans, has stewarded the lands of Highever, earning the loyalty of your people with justice and temperance. When your country was occupied by the Orlesian Empire, your father and grandfather served the embattled kings of your land. Today, your elder brother takes up House Kuzlan's banner in service to the crown, not against the men of Orlais, but against the bestial Darkspawn rising in the south.
I trust then that your troops will be here shortly.
I expect they will start arriving tonight, and we can march tomorrow. I apologize for the delay, my lord. This is entirely my fault.
No. The appearance of the Darkspawn in the south has us all scrambling, doesn't it? I only received the call from the king a few days ago myself. I'll send my eldest off with my men. You and I will ride tomorrow just like the old days.
True. But we both had less grey in our hair then. And we fought Orlesians, not monsters.
At least the smell will be the same. I'm sorry, Pup, I didn't see you there. Hal, you remember my son?
I see he's grown into a fine young man. Pleased to see you again, lad.
So, the things you do affect the people around you. How you respond to people changes how they respond back to you. It's not completely perfect, but it's pretty damn good. I was brought here for a reason.
Since your brother is leading our forces south and I'm going with the Owl, I'm leaving you in charge of the castle.
I'll do my best, father.
Now, that's what I'd like to hear. Only a token force is remaining here, and you must keep peace in the region. You know what they say about mice when the cat is away, yes? There's also someone you must meet. Please, show Duncan in.
It is an honor to be a guest within your hall, Tyrn Kuzland.
Your lordship, you didn't mention that a Grey Warden would be present.
Duncan arrived just recently, unannounced. Is there a problem?
Of course not. But a guest of this stature demands certain protocol. I am at a disadvantage.
We rarely have the pleasure of seeing one in person, that's true. Pup, Brother Aldous taught you who the Grey Wardens are, I hope.
They're an order of great warriors.
They are the heroes of legend, who ended the Blights and saved us all. Duncan is looking for recruits before joining us and his fellow wardens in the south. I believe he's got his eye on Sir Gilmore.
If I might be so bold, I would suggest that your son is also an excellent candidate.
Honor though that might be, this is one of my sons we're talking about.
I think I rather like the
I've
idea.
not so many children that I'll gladly see them all off to battle. Unless you intend to invoke the right of conscription.
Have no fear. While we need as many good recruits as we can find, I've no intention of forcing the issue.
Pup, can you ensure that Duncan's requests are seen to while I'm gone?
Of course.
In the meantime, find Fergus, and tell him to lead the troops to Ostagar ahead of me.
Trying to get rid of me, but I'd like to stay and talk to Duncan. Now, where's Fergus at?
Upstairs in his chambers, no doubt. Spending some last moments with his wife and my grandson. Be a good lad and do as I've asked. We'll talk soon.
Okay, so you got a codex, your quests, pretty standard in these sorts of games. Special abilities, so shield bash and dual striking. We'll have a little bit of a play with combat in a minute. I'm pretty sure that combat turns up here pretty soon. But moving, you can just press your WASD keys. So if you want to move, yep. It's a little bit unintuitive, but for the day of the game, pretty good. How I like to move is not so much the WASD keys, but going up into this mode and just moving them along. It's just click and move.
There you are. Your mother told me the Terran had summoned you, so I didn't want to interrupt.
Hello, Sir Gilmore.
Pardon my manners, my lord. It's simply that I've been looking all over the castle for you. I fear your hound has the kitchens in uproar once again, and is threatening to leave.
She was my nanny before she was the cook. Nan won't leave.
Your mother disagrees. She insists you collect the dog, and quickly. You know these Mabari hounds. They listen only to their master. Anyone else risks having an arm bitten off.
He knows better
I'm
than
not willing to test that. You're quite lucky to have your own Mabari warhound, you know. Smart enough not to talk, my father used to say. Of course, that means he's easily bored. Nan swears he confounds her just to amuse himself. At any rate, your mother would have me accompany you until the matter is settled, shall we?
Okay, so we're going to get to the kitchen then.
Just follow the yelling. When Nan's unhappy, she makes sure everyone knows it.
So now we've got 2 people in our group. That's pretty cool. You can either click on that to put both in the group. The only thing you do have to watch here is who you want in front. If you want your character in front, then you click on him first and you can do that, and that will make him in front. If you want the other person in front, you click on them and then pick him up, and he will turn up in front or go to the more major role. You can also join them together by that as well, and that puts them together. So we'll go down and see if we can find where the kitchen is. Is this the kitchen? Nope, that's not the kitchen. Okay, yes it is. There's somebody in there we need to see. If you look on the mini map up here, you can see these little ones here, the cook. So this is the kitchen. So we need to go in this way. Do we? That's a servant. That's a servant. Where's the cook? Must be down around the corner here.
Good evening, my lord.
Nope, can't go in there. So where... So if you want to move the map around and have a better look, you can do this. The other thing you can do is just scroll your mouse wheel down and you can get a view from here. Okay. So it says the cook is in here. So we just turn and go in there. Have a better look around. Sometimes it's difficult to see. Okay, so we have to go that direction over there. Maybe up. Okay, so we've got to go up top here. We're in the wrong direction. But this is sort of your gameplay, how it all works. I'm not going to bore you too much with this sort of stuff. It's not, by the way, it is not a boring game. This game kept me occupied for days. Here we go. Come in.
Get that bloody mutt out of the larder.
But mistress, it won't let us near.
If I can't get into that larder, I'll skin both of you useless elves. I swear it.
Calm down, good woman. We've come to help.
You and you. Your bloody mongrel keeps getting into my larder. That beast should be put down.
Sorry he's bothering you, Nan.
Just get him gone. I've enough to worry about with a castle full of hungry soldiers. You two, stop standing there like idiots. Get out of the way.
Okay, so as you can see, it's changed on the map where you got to go. Let's go and talk to our hound.
Oh, look at that mess. How did he even get in here?
Started barking. Yes, you are. Sit there. I'm not putting up this. Are you trying to tell me something, boy? Yes, by the looks of it, he's trying to tell me something.
It does seem like he's trying to tell you something. Wait. Did you hear that?
Enter the name of the dog. My dog will generally always be Max. Dogs in Ferelden. Hey, look, we got rats. Okay, so you're going to get to see a bit of combat here now. Okay, so during combat you can pause at any time. So I can direct Max to attack that one there. I can attack my character to attack that one, and the other character to attack that one. The other thing to look at too down here, you've actually got two sets of weapons that you can just switch between each time. Okay. We'll do I don't think a shield bash will make much difference here, but I'll show you. We'll just start it going, and then we'll go from there. So as you can see, it's paused itself again. That's a setting that I have in the game, which makes it a heck of a lot easier. Okay, so the dog's already killed, and I've already killed one. So we'll click on the dog to attack that one. We'll click on Aiden to attack this one. This guy's still attacking, so we'll leave him attacking. Let's sort of spin it, so you can spin it around and have a good look at what's going on around you. Again, you can swing it in, and if you change characters, it changes perspective. So you can have a look at where the dog's doing, all that sort of stuff. So we'll hit spacebar again.
Ready!
And the dog's killed his. Roll up on top, so you can either click on the dog there, or you can click on it here. So I can click on Aiden there, and I'm pretty sure this guy's killed this one, or killed his one. And you watch what's going on all the time. Stop and pause at any time during the game. He's growling, so so the dog has special abilities too. And if you look over it on this side over here, just on this corner here, if we look, Growl is activated. Growls fearsomely, and its opponents suffer a penalty in defense. Okay, so everything does everything. What can you do? You can taunt. Mocking bellow catches the attention of nearby foes, increasing their hostility towards that warrior. So if you've got a warrior that's a tank, you can use that. Precision strike, it's an attack that's got extra damage. We can have a look. Let's see who's attacking. So these guys are attacking. He's doing a growl, so we can hit the spacebar again. He's done a shield bash. Now, if you let them do combat themselves, they will go off and do what they think's best. So he's done a shield bash then. But what can happen is this here. If you look here, this guy's got nothing to do. So you want to direct him more.
Where do these creatures come from?
To do. Otherwise, just let them go.
Quarter shall be given. Giant rats? It's like the start of every bad adventure tale my grandfather used to tell. Your hound must have chased them in through their holes. Looks like he wasn't raiding the larder after all.
Certainly looks that way.
Those were rats from the Kokari Wilds. Best not to tell Nan. She's upset enough as it is. But seeing as you've got your Mabari well in hand, I'll be on my way. I'm to prepare for the arrival of more of the Isle's men.
Okay, so if you can see here, the other thing you can do here is you need to talk to your teammates. So you click on you, and then you can click on Max, and you can give him a pat. And he rolls. And usually what comes up then after he's done that is you'll get an approval rating on him. So if we have a look in his inventory, journal, his inventory, got a little bar down the bottom here, and that'll tell you how happy he is. Okay, he is completely happy with you, so you don't have a problem with that. Everybody starts out in the middle. Look, these are just things, guys, that you'll see in the game. It's a very, very, very deep game. It's quite an amazing game. I'm not going to spoil the story for you. That's not what this is all about. This I got for $5, guys. It's ridiculous. As I said earlier in the episode, look, guys, it is at the moment back up at $30. I got it for $5. I would whack this if you like these sorts of games. I would whack this one on your wish list, because if you can get them for under $5, and that was on Steam, whack it on your wish list, and away you go. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for today. I hope you really, really enjoyed the episode. If you'd like to see a series on this game, let's try and get a better picture there. If you'd like to see a series on this game, I'd be quite happy to do it. Just give me 10 likes, guys, and I'll start a series. If you don't want to see it, don't hit the like button, and I will not do it. Really good game. It's not the longest game in the world, but a really, really good one, and a lot of good fun. There is, small disclaimer, there is sexual content in it. I would not show that, but certainly you can get a husband and a wife and all that sort of stuff. It's all good. Alrighty, guys, catch you later.